Hello, welcome to Rose Quartz Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we have 3 pets. We have a Scotty dog, and we have a tabby cat, who is very big compared to the dogs, and we have a what looks like a whippet. I think it's a whippet. It's a sighthound, so it's one of the smaller greyhound types. And you're going to pick one of those, and we have the Forgotten English deck. Yay! And we're going to pull. So once you pick one, feel which one of these has a message for you. Then I'm going to put the timestamps in the description. You can go there. We're going to pull a Forgotten English card, and then we're going to do a reading based on that and using the Rose Quartz Runes. So I will see you there. Bye! Hello, Scotty dog people. So the Scotty dog people is climbing the tree. The Scotty dog is climbing the tree. I'm going to put the Scotty dog over here, and he can oversee the proceedings. And now I'm going to shuffle the Forgotten English deck, and we're going to see what word of Forgotten English has to do with your problem, question, or concern today. So let's see what word you get. Boanthropy. Let's see what boanthropy is. A rare form of insanity written of in the 19th century in which a man imagines himself to be an ox. Such madness, or at least its diagnosis, is found in the Bible in the book of Daniel, which reports that King Nebuchadnezzar was driven from men and did eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven. The same prefix bo, as in bovine, was used in other words, such as boopic, having prominent eyes like an ox. So, boanthropy is your word. So, there is actually, as you know, probably, a rune for the wild ox, which is the urus, which is the wild ox rune, and that has to do with strength and health. So it may be that you are currently in a situation where you are sort of bringing yourself back to a more natural, grounded state lately, just to try to get back in touch with your inherent strength and your health. So let's see what the runes have to add. Wouldn't it be funny if urus came out? Like, I'm not trying to find it, but it would be really awesome if urus came out. Okay, yeah, so, no, but not yet. I'm going to do a splash reading, and we're going to see. Yeah, this is basically what I was just saying about the card. That's blank. And there we go. Okay, so your central issue lately is we have Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the hailstorm, and it has to do with chaos and the uncontrolled uncontrollables, but also nature. And what we were talking about before in terms of you're just basically really, putting the brakes on with what you consider to be a non-natural life, and you're really, really, really trying to just like, no, you know what, I need to get it back in touch with my strength and health. Just get grounded, and through that, my strength and health will come back. And what has led up to this is we have Nauthiz. Nauthiz is the rune of need. You have been basically, you realize that there's a serious need for it, for you to get back in touch with your strength and your health. And so, because things have been chaotic all around you, and you just feel like, you're not grounded, things are not, you're getting buffeted around, and you really think that if you just basically could get back in touch with your nature, then this would help you re-access the things that you feel that are missing and that could help you with your needs. So I'm just throwing down another one above and below. I'm honestly not looking for urus to come out. It would have been fun if it did, but it didn't. So what is going to help you at this point with this quest for just basically reconnecting with your strength and health and your situation of that is to make an agreement with yourself, basically. We have Gabo, which is the rune of the exchange. It's a gift. So it's basically, it's agreements, decisions, and goals. So you just want to make this agreement with yourself. And what you're trying to do, what's going to help with that, is to really be open to surprises about yourself. We have Pertho, which is the rune of the lot box, and it's reversed, but it's on the upper line, which is what's helping you. So you're making an agreement with yourself to do this, to basically just pull everything back and just go back to really deep basics and just only eat what's healthy, only do what's healthy, get, just drink water, just get your daily sunlight, and just basically see where that leads you and see if that gets you back in touch with your groundedness and your health. So you're just basically making that agreement with yourself. But what's going to help you with that is to be open to, so the lot box has to do with surprises, but it's surprises that were always there. So when it's reversed and it's on the upper line, it has to do with inner surprises. So things you're going to find out about yourself that was always the case, but that you hadn't acknowledged before. So it's basically a surprise. It's like, oh, okay, so that's something about my personal inner nature. So what isn't going to help you is, first of all, you're afraid of doing this. This is something that it's sort of like out of your comfort zone to even do this. It's so weird and it's so open, and you've never had it where you've just cleared your schedule like this, and it's just this blank is worrying you. It's like, what am I even going to do with myself? And you're worried that it's going to stop you. It's going to like stop your life in terms of you're moving forward at all. You're afraid that you're not going to be moving forward from this. That you're just basically, who are you, where are you, and what are you doing kind of thing. You're worried about that being the case, but that's actually what the best thing is to do at this point, because things have been crazy. They've been out of control, and the only way for you to find a shelter and like find an island in the storm that you're going to be able to be grounded on is to become that island. And so it's worrying because this is not something you've done before. You've always sort of rolled with things, and now you're just going to ground basically in a health-seeking way. So bring yourself back up to, it's like, no, you know what, I need to do this. I know I need to do this. Make that agreement with yourself and be open to what you learn about yourself through this process. And the first thing after you start doing this is you're finally going to start to get a sense of your deep inner joy again. It's going to start really small, but you're going to feel it. It's going to be like a light coming on. It's going to be a small light to start with, but it's going to carry you. It is going to be something that you are going to be able to move towards and let it carry you forward. I don't know which one of these wants to be. Okay, this is good. This is very good. So at that point, what helps you is that you're already seeing the fruits of your labors. What you already started to do on this, when you started here right now with everything's chaotic and I want to get back in touch with my real nature so that we can move forward. Once you start, you're already going to be seeing the fruits of your labors, and you're already going to be seeing also that this is not going to take super, super long. And this is probably something that you can do in a second if you want to, just wherever you are, just to reground. So that's good. And that's going to help you in that part where you're suddenly, okay, I can see this joy that I've been missing. I'm just going to move towards it. And that's where you're at the second step from where you are now. The first step is this and then that. And what you're worried about, what might drag you down is feeling overwhelmed, because you've just basically gone from like already being overwhelmed to, okay, we're stopping everything and I'm just going to get back in touch with health and my strength. So you've started to do that, and you're starting to find your joy again, and you're moving towards it, and you realize that this is, you're already getting what you set out to do, so this is good. You're moving towards the joy, but you're worried about getting overwhelmed again. And so it's just honestly, just take it very naturally, move towards the joy, let that become your focus, and that will help you with your strength and health. And really, as Yira, Rune of the Harvest, Daga's Rune of the Breaking of the Day, as Yira is saying, it's like, not only are you getting the fruits of your labors and you're seeing this, and it's nourishing you, but you do recognize that this is something that isn't going to take long, which is good. It's going to be like a season of time for you, and you will be able to move with your new tools and your new strength and health back into the world again. And that's basically what your outcome is in this path, which is Manas, which is the rune of humanity and your part in it. So this will be a little bit of a step back while you get in touch with your strength and health. But once you get that in focus, you will easily and naturally move back into being a part of humanity, but you will be stronger for it, having taken on having connected with your inner ox. So, yay, boanthropy. So that is your word, and that is your reading, Scotty Dog people, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, tabby cat people. So I'm going to move the tabby cat over here. We had a cat 2 cats ago that looked just like this. Oh, I mean, obviously not clear in the middle, but just that level of stripy. So, and then the cat we had was, after that, was white with orange stripy splotches, and the cat we currently have is a tortoiseshell. So anyway, a little bit of cat history for those of you interested in cats, which I assume since you picked the cat, you are. So let's see what forgotten English word you get for your beginning of your message today. I am shuffling the deck, and let's pick a really good card for the tabby cat people. All right, and your word is galligaskin. I love these words, they are so cool. Baggy trousers worn by sailors of the 17th and 18th centuries. This word was a fanciful corruption of French gargesque in the Greek style, hinting at their place of origin. Galligaskins were not always spoken of directly in polite conversation. The first recorded substitute for them was inexpressibles in 1790, which suited Victorian tastes so well that a rash of euphemisms emerged in the 1830s and 1840s, including unmentionables, inexplicables, unutterables, and the superlative unwhisperables. Okay. So your word today is galligaskins. Tabby cat people, and so what this reading is going to seem to be about is underwear, the stuff that you have that you don't want other people to, that you have on always, but you don't want other people to know about or talk about. So let's talk about it. All right, let's see what runes out of the Rose Quartz Runes are gonna, oh my gosh, are gonna be saying about this. I don't want to embarrass you, tabby cat people, but this is very funny. I'm going to throw out all the runes of the reading at once because we know that we're going to need all of these, so let's see what we have to do. Discuss about your galligaskin. Oh, there's Uruz. We were looking for Uruz in the last reading, but we didn't get to talk about Uruz. Excuse me, just one moment. I'm okay, I just laughed so hard that I cried a little bit and then and then I had to blow my nose, so I'm fine. So galligaskin people, unmentionables people. Your central issue is something was revealed recently that you kind of wished hadn't been. We have Pertho. Pertho's the rune of the lot box, and the lot box has to do with surprises and revelations and things that were always there but suddenly got revealed. So your galligaskin got revealed recently, and that's sort of causing you a bit of grief. Leading up to this, there had been an unspoken agreement. We have Gabo, which is the rune of the gift, and it has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. Agreements being, you know, the thing. One-on-one perhaps agreements for one-on-one relationships, but also just basically there had been an agreement that we don't talk about the galligaskins, but the galligaskins have been revealed, and I'm awfully sorry that this happened, but let's see what we're going to do about it. So first of all, what's going to help is we have Nauthi's reversed. Nauthi's is the rune of need. It always has to do with tending your needs, but in this case it looks like there's some serious emergency damage control going on to help you with this reveal that you didn't want people to know about. That you didn't want to have to talk about. And you can do this. You can basically, it's like you're going to be setting things up so that this doesn't happen again, or just to protect yourself in the situation you are currently in. We have now these reversed, which is the emergency damage control, but above that, what's helping that is the fact that you are very capable of setting things up to be a little bit more secure for future. We have Ingvaz, which is the rune of Ing. Ing is the fertility god, and it has to do with active creation. Ing is another name for Frey. So active creation will help you do your emergency damage control based on this reveal, which you kind of wish nobody had revealed. What doesn't help is I mean, it just highlights the chaos and the uncontrollables of the world, that this would happen. And it's like, this wasn't your fault, and this just happened, and now you're sort of shell-shocked about it, and you're worried what else is going to happen, and you can get fixated on it. So we have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm, has to do with chaos and the uncontrollables, and we have Kaunaz reversed. Kaunaz is the rune of expansion. It's the fire, something that starts small, like a spark, and it goes into a blaze. And so this is basically reversed, so it's honing into a focus. So you're fixating on the worry about the chaos and the uncontrollables, and you're worried about this happening again. But you are taking the steps to sort of prevent this in future, so people don't see the underpants. So so going from here, from this step, from where you're like, all right, emergency damage control, we're going to set things up, make things safe again. You're going to get past that. You're going to go, okay, phew, that's over. We have Yira, which is the rune of the harvest, also time. So I'm reading this more in the time aspect, where you've ended this little excursion of embarrassment where your Galligaskins got exposed, and you're basically going, okay, that's done now. But there's also a harvest aspect to the runes, so it's also saying, okay, what did we learn? What did we get out of this? Because we did get something out of this, and at least it'll have been worth something for the embarrassment. What is going to help you in this step is to reconnect with your source energy. We have Sovilo, which is the rune of the sun. That's your source energy. So whatever source energy is for you, reconnect with that, get some of your energy back, because this was a crazy thing that happened. What isn't going to help is you're going to feel like you've been swept off your feet. You've been, and not in a good way, you're going to feel like the rug has been pulled out from under you. You've been rendered weakened, sort of like seen, like your steadfastness has been wobbled, and you feel like ungrounded. And that's sort of, you're still, as I said in the previous line, you're still dealing with shell shock that this even happened, even though it wasn't your fault. It wasn't anything that you had any control over. It just happened. You got exposed. However you got exposed, your Galligaskin got revealed to the world, and you've put things back in place. Things are okay, but now you're sort of recovering. So once you've done that, you're going to be recovering. Tap into your source energy, and then you can begin again. We have Berkana, which is the rune of birth and beginnings, and you're going to just basically, all right, let's begin again. Let's set out again, new life, new me. I mean, I hope you didn't like have to leave town or anything, but it's just in terms of, you're just going to be like, okay, we're restarting, and we're going to go from there. And this time my Galligaskins will be a lot more protected, because I know that that's a thing now. And that, Galligaskin Tabby Cat people, is your reading. I wish you good luck with this, and also I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! Hello, whippity dog people. I'm just rearranging this. This arrangement tends to get wildly disordered while I'm reading. So whippet doggy people. I can't actually, I mean, I can put you over here and you're going to look like you're running, so... Which is good, because you're a sight hound and you should be running as far as the doggy. So getting everything arranged. So, whippity dog people, let's see what your word is from from the Forgotten English deck. So we're going to shuffle this, we're going to get your word, and let's see, whippet people, what your word is. Bridalope. I wonder if that's a kind of an antelope. Let's see. Earliest English word for a marriage custom dating back to AD 950, first known as Bridlopa. The related bridal run was an ancient tradition in which the bride was both symbolically and physically swept off on horseback to her husband home by him and by a helper who was later known as the best man. The Anglo-Saxon word wed, to gamble or wager, first referred to the livestock or other payment that the groom made to the bride's father as a more civilized alternative to abduction. Yes, that's a good idea. So it's basically elope. So it's a version of eloping that involved a certain kind of abduction. So, there's something that you are, it's like there's something that you're basically, you really would, and that would explain why you're picking the doggy, because you're running. So it's a running dog, so it's like a running elopement of some kind. It may not be an actual like wedding eloping that you're planning on doing, but it's like something, ooh, that's interesting. It's like something that you want to do, and you just, it's like too much to do it the normal way. So you're kind of like, to heck with it, I'm just going to freaking put it on a horse and run away with it. So let's see what the Rose Quartz Runes have to say about this, because it looks like whatever it is, it's something that you just really can't be bothered to go through the normal agreed upon ways of doing this, and you just want to like throw it onto the back of a horse and make off with it. So please don't do this with an actual person. If you are planning to like grab some lady and throw her on the back of a horse with the help of a friend, please don't do that. That's my disclaimer about that. But there is something that you just want to get on with, and you're ready to throw tradition to the wind and just like take it. So your central issue is you are sort of feeling like, things are in a fog, you just want to get on with things. And leading up to this, there was like need after need after need. We have Nauthiz, which is the rune of need. It's like one thing after another, and you just want to get on with what you're doing. So the runes are saying, take a deep breath, and basically like don't do that. So because that's actually would cause more harm. Even if you had the support that you wanted, it actually probably would cause a lot of harm. You're probably better off to get that cow or whatever and pay for what you're doing like properly with a cow. So yes, there's a lot of needs to tend, but you know what? Tend them. Things will be a lot more stable if you don't start this endeavor with an abduction. So whatever it is that you're planning to do. So we have Isa, which is the rune of ice. It's like be still. Through stillness, let clarity come through. And also once you have this stillness moment, because like I think basically you've been pushing yourself a lot and like need after need after need, tending need after need, Nauthiz need rune. And it's like you're exhausted with that and you just want to like end it. But instead of ending what you're, the lead up, which is important, just take a moment and like breathe. And I'm just going to turn this a little bit because it's a little bit crooked. Breathe and let your source energy start to come through again. We have the sun and we have ice. So Velo. So Velo is the sun. It has to do with your source energy. Has to do with tapping in with your source energy, and this will start to flow through to you again and like clear the mist and the fog. If you are still, if you just grab whatever you're doing and run, that's not probably going to help you because you will never clear the fog. So. Got to clear the fog. Be still. Let your source energy flow through you, shine through your ice of your stillness, and like clear your fog. What isn't going to help is we have Algiz, which is the rune of protection and support. It's the elk, otherwise known as the moose. And we have Pertho, which is the rune of surprises, also fate, also basically revealing something that was already there. So what I'm seeing this as is even if you have the support that you need, this might not be, basically, it's like you want to control your fate, which is what this is. You're really worried about your fate, so you want to take this into your own hands and also wrangle people together with you to help throw whatever this is on the back of a horse. You're also worried about the support that you might have if you do this normally, like, it's like, now is the time. It's like, well, just, even if you're worried about that, you're worried that you're losing, your fate is slipping away from you. Honestly, you're going to be better if you go into this with all the energy you need and with a clear vision. So leave that. Those are just worries. Bring yourself back up to being still and letting your energy come in. And what that's going to lead you to on your next step is we have Algiz, not Algiz, that's Algiz. Ansuz, which is the rune of communication and manifestation, and it is reversed. And what this is saying is you're going to be, once you take this moment and just breathe and let your energy come back, let the fog clear, you're going to be in better communication with yourself, with your inner voice, and that's going to be really, really good for you moving forward. So you will have that connection. What's going to help at that point is people are going to be trying to tell you what to do and what you shouldn't do. Like, even if you didn't grab the whatever it is, throw it on the back of a horse and ride off, people are still going to be trying to tell you what to do. You know what you need to do, and you've been following these needs. You don't need more needs. So just basically say, thank you very much for your consideration and for your advice, and then do what you were going to do anyway, which is follow the process that is good. Like, get the cow, give the cow where it needs to go, and then you can properly start your life the way that it needs to be. Again, you are still going to be tempted to do this. We have Tivaz, which is Tyr's rune. It's the warrior god riding forward, doing the thing. It is also, Tyr always has to do with duties and responsibilities as well. So you're still stressed over all the duties and responsibilities that you have to take care of for this, but you're also feeling like, I'm just going to pick up my sword and do this, and like do the thing, skipping all the steps. Please don't skip the steps. You know what you need to do. So it's sort of like these are almost conflicting, but they're not. You know what you need to do, and you need to tune out what everybody's telling you to do, because you know what you need to do. You don't need more on top of you of all that, because you already almost gave up. And what this is all going to lead you to is greater strength, greater groundingness, greater health. So you really are best not to do the elopement thing. Follow the normal process. You don't have to do like a full long, super long version of it, but you can at least do the basic thing where you exchange the cow for what you want to exchange the cow for. So it's up above board, and it's all legal and all good. And you will be much stronger for it. And you'll have a better connection with your inner voice. So that's all good. So bridle out, people, whip it, people. That is your word, and that is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.